Welcome to a new Team CGC 9.8 video. So it's been a while since we've done an unbox video, and I'd finally received a package that was coming in from the United States that I purchased about a month ago of this CGC 9.8 comic. Yeah, so got a new CGC 9.8 comic I want to show everyone. Some kind of good evidence that with the whole COVID-19 situation, some of these packages are being held up at the border for, quite a long time. I mean, I would say before this whole thing happened, the average wait time for me on a United States package would be about 2 weeks. And now I think it's a month. Yeah, I think this is maybe the second or third package I've purchased, and it just feels a lot longer. And then when I end up looking back on eBay on the day I purchased, it is about a month. So, but for this book, if you had a look on my Instagram in the past few days, I was lucky enough to pick up it was just at my local comic shop, Rogues Gallery here in town. I picked up a full run of the original Batman Beyond series, so from 1 to 6 plus Return of the Joker, and it was a really good price. The number one is probably like a 9.2 or 9.4. Yeah, it was really lucked out with getting a good price. So yeah, check out my Instagram for those posts. But the new CGC 9.8 really relates to those posts. Batman Beyond posts. I kind of was showing off all my Batman Beyond because I was so excited about getting that full run at my comic shop. Yeah, it was just like 4 or 5 days ago now. I'm still over the moon of that. But this is totally related to that. A Batman Beyond book from that original series. Yeah, check it out. So newest edition is Batman Beyond number 3 in the CGC 9.8 white pages. So this is the 3rd issue from that original Batman Beyond series of 6 books. Number 3 of 6. So, this issue is pretty much my favorite cover of, besides the first, the classic number 1 Bruce Timm cover is great. But this is a Jason Tucker cover, and my other favorite cover from the rest of the 6 kind of issues. But, so, it's kind of, this is a bit of an underappreciated, it's not really a key, but maybe it is a key, because it's the first full appearance of Blight, who's kind of like Derek Powers, and then he turns into Blight when he gets kind of exposed to radioactivity when he kind of first fights Batman Beyond. So let's look on the Census for this one, because I think it definitely kind of fits in that category of it's not a key issue, but at the same time it kind of is, because it is the first full appearance of Blight. In number 2, there's a cameo at the end of the book, I believe, so first full appearance here with a great cover, though. But on the Census, there's only 21 CGC 9.8s in the blue label for this book out there, and kind of par for the course with Batman Beyond books, and a reason why I like them is that pretty low printed Batman Beyond. This adaptation kind of series came out in 1999, which is sort of mid, comic book recession, and the tech bubble was really at its peak at that time too. So books in general and printed material was kind of off the menu during that time. So this came right out during that kind of comic book recession, I guess you could call it, and it was very low printed. So only 21 of them in the blue label on the Census. 80.8% is the CGC 9.8 ratio. So, not rare in the 9.8. This is one, just kind of cult followed. Batman Beyond fans like myself are getting it graded. And usually that means, they sort of cherish the copy and it's really high grade already. So most of them are CGC 9.8. Maybe over time, if, Blight sort of becomes more collected. And I know there's that really cool modern cover of Blight that just had come out a couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago. It was on kind of a new comic book day book. But, there's, I think, potential over time for that CGC 9.8 ratio to come down as more of these are graded. But, we'll talk about price too, but this is really just kind of a personal choice for me, this book, I think. I don't think it's going to be a great investment grade book, possibly. It just a collector item for me. I do like Blight. This book is a lot more affordable than the number 6 issue, which is the first appearance of Ink. And Ink seems to be a little bit more popular of a Batman Beyond villain than Blight, but I sort of like this cover and probably prefer Blight. And Blight's, he's Derek Powers. He's the main villain, so. So, price. For this book, I picked it up in an auction on eBay, and it was $140.27 was my final win price there. And it did come from the United States, so yeah, this was about a month ago when I won this auction. Some completed listings, and I had heard people purchasing this exact book for $160-ish. So it is, among Batman Beyond fans, just a bit of a cult follow book, and it's certainly not one that's like going for $100. Like it is, people are paying up for it, and it is probably like the best underfollowed first appearance you can get from these first 6 issues of Batman Beyond, because like Batman Beyond #1 is doing great, obviously, and Batman Beyond #6 I saw go for some big money in CGC 9.8. I saw that go for over $400 once. Batman Beyond #6, which is the first ink. So I think that gets a lot more love. But yeah, I also brought out the Batman Beyond #1s, because just to get them all together. It'll look pretty good. And so for $140, what was it? $140.27 was my final price. I think that's a pretty decent deal for this one, and it's again just one I kind of wanted as a collector item. But when you do think of it, with that first full appearance, and being that Batman Beyond #1 is so expensive in the CGC 9.8, and Batman Beyond #6 is pretty expensive too. I think like maybe $300 you can kind of expect that to go for. I saw it go for over $400 before, but I think a bidding war broke out for that one. That's Batman Beyond #6. Batman Beyond #3 is kind of the other underfollowed key issue that you could look into. So boil it down to just kind of 3 reasons, and we might have possibly touched on all of them. But first reason, it is my favorite cover besides Batman Beyond #1 out of the first series. So I don't foresee myself like getting any other CGC 9.8s of the series. I just want this one and the #1s. So maybe another #1 in the CGC 9.8, but I'm not going to get like a 2 and a 4. And like, it's really just, I like this cover, so I just wanted this cover in the CGC 9.8. And I'm pretty much done unless maybe a deal pops up in the CGC 9.8 Batman Beyond #1. But I think for all the other key issues, I don't really want a Batman Beyond #6 in the CGC 9.8. So just my favorite cover of the original series. First full Blight is the second reason here. You get the first full Blight, so I think it is the underappreciated first appearance to get. And then third reason, yeah, just a 1 of 20. Like, there's only 21 of these in the perfect CGC 9.8. And the book itself, too, I forget the store that I bought it from, but it was a United States seller from California. Book itself, great condition, looks like a 9.8. No obvious, like, spine dinks. The spine is very flawless. Yeah, flat white pages. The case is flawless. Yeah, no nicks or knacks on the case. So, yeah, that's, from that perspective, a great order as well. Yeah, overall, I think a really great order, although I did have to wait about a month to get this thing in, and, I sort of, knew the packages were going to take longer, so I wasn't really worried that it got lost or anything. They're just, like, it was still on the tracking, and it was kind of slowly making its way across Canada, because it came into Canada on the west coast, so I'm kind of on the east coast. So, yeah, I think if you are in Canada, you can certainly expect packages to be taking a lot longer, so just be extra patient, and that's what I've done. And I'm not messaging sellers asking them this and that. Like, it's just not worth it. The whole COVID thing is the reason, and it's just gonna take. Yeah, normally it used to take 2 weeks. Now I'm thinking it's taking 4 weeks, basically about a month for these CGC 9.8 packages to come over the border. And I'm still waiting for, there's maybe 2 or 3 other CGC 9.8s that are coming in from the States that I'm still kind of waiting on, and they're all taking a little bit longer too, so it just seems to be the norm. And but yeah, we'll have a couple more unboxes coming up for sure, but pretty happy to add this Batman Beyond #3. It just goes completely with my collection. I was mentioning that Instagram post that I posted, and I basically put all my Batman Beyond comics out. There was a couple I did, but most of them I had in that Instagram post, and this one just fits right in, I think. And yeah, 1 of 21 collector item, first full appearance of Blight, and I mean, who knows, if they came out with a Batman Beyond movie and it was Blight, it was like the Derek Powers Blight villain they went with, I'm sure this would do a lot better than sort of 140.27. So yeah, maybe in some ways it is a pretty good investment grade book, although I'd really think of it more as a collector item. Yeah, great investment grade Batman Beyond book in the raw or in the CGC 9.8 is Batman Beyond #1, and yeah, you kind of want to get the UPC code version. I know there's like the origin issues for Batman Beyond #1 and like the Six Flag origin issues and things like that, and this is the one that's kind of the most expensive, and yeah, there's like only 180 of them out there in the CGC 9.8 too. So, but even in the raw, I have 2 in the raw of the UPC version. Yeah, such a great book as an investment grade. I think it works at Batman Beyond #1 as an investment grade book. But Batman Beyond #3, maybe just more of a collector item, and that's why I bought it, for the collector item and the coolness. Alright, yeah, we'll wrap it up there. Thanks so much for watching today, and if you haven't already, I invite you to join the team and subscribe to Team CGC 9.8. Hit the bell to get all the latest notifications. Add me on Instagram and Twitter as well. So yeah, really pumped to get this in, and it's kind of even more fun, I think, because I'm having to wait a little bit longer for some of these books, so yeah, it seems like I purchased this one like almost forever ago, but really happy to have a Batman Beyond #3 now. Just fits right into my collection. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll have a couple more unbox videos. We'll have to check the mail today, but likely a few videos in between until the next unbox video. But hopefully getting a couple more unbox videos, because yeah, we hadn't done too many of them lately, with a lot of the packages being held up by COVID-19, but that is luckily seems to be on the decline. Yeah, we're coming out of the pandemic, luckily, so thanks again for watching. Thanks for all the support. Message me on Instagram if you would like to chat about comics or whatever it might be. Alright, I'll see everyone on the next video.